By now, you already know President Biden issued a full and unconditional pardon for his son Hunter Biden for any and all offenses he may have committed between January 1st of 2014 and December 1st of 2024. Now, as a journalist, it's not my job to tell you how to feel about that. You feel about that however you'd like. But it is my job to explain to you how pardons work, why President Biden, like all presidents, is allowed to do this, and how this compares to other presidential pardons. Spoiler alert, every president does this, and every single time they do, it's controversial. First, how are presidents allowed to do this? Because of the Constitution. Article 2, Section 2 says the president has the right to grant reprieves and pardons for offenses against the United States with one exception. Except in the case of impeachment. A president can only pardon federal crimes but has no say in state crimes. Presidents usually issue a ton of pardons on their last day in office to avoid any kind of political backlash because of the people that they pardon on the way out the door. That's usually how it happens. But President Biden still has 49 days in office and will likely be issuing more pardons before the end of his term. The reason why most believe he decided to issue this pardon for his son right now is because Hunter's sentencing in both the tax and the gun cases are coming up in the next few weeks. Now, here's the thing. The power to pardon in the Constitution is set up to be extremely broad and virtually unchecked power for the president. There is no other branch of government that can stop it or change it. Yes, people complain about it and say it's bad form every time it happens, but there's nothing anyone can do about it. The two most popular types of presidential pardons is a full pardon, which absolves the crime and the punishment like it never happened, which is what President Biden just gave to his son. And the other type is a commutation, where the president reduces the punishment for a crime to something less severe. Now, every single president has done this a lot. And yes, other presidents have pardoned family members too, and I'll tell you more about who in a second. But first, here are the numbers. Of the last four presidents, former President Clinton had the most pardons with almost 400. Former President Obama had 212 pardons. Former President George W. Bush had 189. And during his first term, now President-elect Trump issued 143 pardons. Now, in context, remember, while Trump had the least pardons of this group of presidents, his number was only for 4 years. The number of pardons issued for the other three presidents was over their 8-year term. And yes, some of those pardons were for family members. During his first term, Trump pardoned Charles Kushner, his daughter's father-in-law, for tax crimes, among several other things. In case you missed it, Trump just nominated Charles Kushner to be the next ambassador to France. But Trump wasn't the only one pardoning family members. Former President Bill Clinton also pardoned his half-brother Roger Clinton after Roger Clinton was convicted on drug-related charges.